on tonight. Even if I've got 3 strikes, I'ma go for it. This moment, we own it.
Your mother's disabled. So when I fuck her, she's gonna be feeling mad anxious. But I'll be nice, I'll set up a system of rope suspension to comfort her back fractures. But when we get going, her motion will be just like your name, cause she'll be going forwards and backwards. Why rap about gun DNA if you just pretend? Think about your motherland, oppressed Africans. Imagine being one of them. Imagine being 6 and being forced to kill your fucking friends. Imagine what oppressed Africans would do so their kids never had to see a gun again. See, every time you act like this G will start to shoot you, turn around quick, point the Desis and llamas to you. Don't you see? You're being counterproductive for your race, saying you squeeze and palm the Ruger, because there ain't none of that shit in the dreams of Martin Luther. So you said to her, if you put on Sensa and Shotty Horror, then Don't Flop would have the illest team. Well, if you'd have added Tony D, Kruger and Definition D, then Flex Digits, O'Shea and Archaic in the scheme with Pamphlet, Lego, Matter and Blizzard, we would have done well to find anybody in this scene who disagrees. You doubted, but you'll get to see that runs the shit properly in the end. You were saying he was selfish. I don't want to hear that shit again, because you said he don't put rappers like me and Shotty on against rappers like you and Arsenal. How is it then that could be selfish when Sensa DNA, Shotty, Arsenal are both happening at this event? So I appreciated when you said we've got you disaster. But a lot of people say your battle with DNA was a disaster for you. You may think I'm being harsh, but the opinion on that battle is generally... You may think I'm being harsh, but the opinion on that battle's been generally harsh, for you. That ain't a diss, bruv, it's fact. But stay calm, cause soon you'll see it's easier to stay calm, cause this win I'm gonna take now is calm, for you.
Now you right about the dream with Martin Luther, cause it's not to talk about guns, I don't doubt and test. But the way I was raised was by any means, nigga, I'm Malcolm X. Now DNA versus Sensa. I know in this battle you gonna do your best for sure. You gonna have some clever punchlines, some of the most wittiest metaphors. Your wordplay's gonna be phenomenal, to the point where the fans think that we the same man. Well, I mean, shit is expected, cause every human carries DNA strands. If you wanna fight, then we could do it like UFC. I put so many kicks on this nigga ass, y'all gonna think I'm the new Jet Li. I serve him pounds, cause out here y'all don't accept USD. I have my homies sink him and flee the country. You'll never find out where my niggas in the USB.
And if you think all that association word shit is gonna work, then you must be bugging. Cause Bamalam battled 100 bullets and already proved that shit means nothing. He says he's top 5 in the world. But there's a load of New York rappers that we can name out. Cause Hollow the Don would kill you. Conceited would kill you. Let me explain how. Math Hoffa would kill you. Clips would kill you. I don't feel great doubt that those loaded Lux T-Rex are New York's top 6. So I guess we can say now, as he's climbing to the top, those New York rappers are trying to play a chord. Cause they're holding DNA down. You're balling, mate. Full-time paid battle rapper. I mean, I'm feeling a little bit played. Cause they gave him $1,000. That's £620 due to the shitty exchange. £620 every 2 to 3 months. Now that I think of it, mate, I'm no longer feeling I'm being a little bit played, because you went saying to your mother here, I'm gonna solicit some change to help pay you back. I know I've got shit to repay. You're more like, Mum, shut the fuck up. Give me a break. I'm a broke battle rapper earning minimum wage. So he said he'd only battle in Sweden if they paid for his mate. Concorde, they wouldn't put up the flight. Too pussy and insecure to travel alone. Why is a solo trip to Stockholm got you shook to the spine? Haven't you ever walked through Brooklyn at night? Why is he pussy and insecure? I guess the all-female upbringing you had is a factor that can't be pushed to the side. You should have moved to Rio de Janeiro, because that way you'd have always had a father figure overlooking your life. So you've admitted that you never ever shot a gun. And I respect honesty is true. So do you still rap about it because you're scared and insecure if you don't that your peers will probably diss you? You're insecure because the gap you had in your mouth made you stand out. I understand, that's gotta be shit, dude. But your insecurity stopped you seeing it was the gap in your mouth that made you stand out and got you those big views. You're insecure because Drake wanted to give the winner of you and Diz 3K, an idea that Diz wanted to bring through. Pussy, too scared to be judged so the dollar was split. A promo battle because he's a bitch you didn't want with the wrist move. You should should have stopped being pussy, stopped being insecure, gone for the big loot, battered Diz, took the $3 grand Drizzy Drake offered to give you. That way the money could have gotten you this tooth, but also paid for a year's worth of therapy to sort out your confidence issues. You can kind of see when I'm free that I'm rapping dope. You're standing here on the stage trying to act like you're a couple of massive blokes. But if you'd have gave me 3 days preparation, you know that I would have stand here on this stage as a pro, spat my bars for you, then body bagged you both.
Now I like to commend Sensa's opponents, cause they spit a lot of clever rounds on you. I'm just trying to figure out how you ain't rich in London when you got all them pounds on you. I mean, you fatter than a motherfucker. Somehow you gotta get that weight off. But last time I checked, Sensa was a supplement plan for weight loss. Yes. So I mean, y'all spelled it the same. I mean, I heard it works miracles, so it should serve a purpose for you. I'm just trying to figure out how you named yourself after a supplement plan and it's not working for you. And I know you're gonna be like, well, it ain't gonna be like this and it ain't gonna be bad for long. But nigga, you so fat when you travel, your stomach's considered as a carry-on. And most people gonna be like, well, DNA, you ain't that skinny either. And you right, actually. It's just that a supplement plan is not named after me. So I think you should make the change for early instead of making the change for late. And the moral of that scheme is, nigga, change your name or change your weight. First I battled Herb, now you wanna battle me. You just a Mr. Me Too. And to conclude this round, it shows that you need black people more than black people need you.
See, he always does the same shit. Picture him on his PC and my government Facebook because he sees the page. Can't quite believe it when he reads my name. He thinks his real name is Dan. I mean, he's starting to see the bar, he's starting to feel his shape. Dan. If somehow the 3 letters could somehow be rearranged, he stands up from his PC thinking that the bar could be as great as the final piece of wordplay is put together. He's thinking that we're all gonna be amazed. Stands up, bangs his hands on the desk and says, wow! You try and spell Dan without DNA. Shouldn't have chose the name DNA, it's as simple as that. Picture a CSI team at a scene that's taped up. They walk in, body on the floor, on the wall, or they see a sprayed blood. On the body they find a fibre that could leave the case shut, because it tells the police the exact identification of the killer. Now that's what DNA does. So you shouldn't have chose the name DNA. I mean, if you had those Levi's, maybe I could understand it. But the quality of your genes means you being called DNA is fucking tragic. I mean, just one of your teeth fell out, your dad's dead, and your mum's a spastic. Suicidal ex-army soldiers, man, that statistic is high. You fabricate about using guns, and that's where the difference lies. Because real shooters don't brag about it, they let it build up and it kills them inside. See, whether or not you think that it's right, I have a friend out in Afghan right now serving our countries and risking his life. He hates himself because from a distance he sniped a kid that was 5 because the kid had a jacket with C4 stitched to his side. He's seen his best mate have a bullet ripped through his eye. He's seen an RPG hit his army jeep, his friend's arms and feet fill in the sky. So go on, DNA, keep writing bars about the guns you've never gripped in your life, while worldwide real soldiers will continue to fight, hoping their mothers don't get a visit tonight to be told that one of their children has died.
Cause you made a joke about an 11-year-old getting shot, and you thought the crowd would love it for sure. But I bet you if your kid died and somebody joked about it, you wouldn't find it funny no more. That's why if that mom and dad seen that footage, they would be to the point where they would want to start grabbing the trigger. Cause if my son died and you joked about it, well, I would want to kill you more than the actual killer. But for the fact that it's not, got me ready to lose my temper. Cause what's the sense of having a name like Sensa if everything that comes out your mouth ain't ever being censored? But let's say I see you at a restaurant and I'm searching for it, and I'll go there so I can dislocate your neck and spine. Won't be no toothpaste brand when I show up with my Tekken 9, cause when I aim, I'ma murder everybody if I find out where Sensa died. Off that one line, I'm kinda sensing some tension. See, Arcane taught you about censorship. Nigga, I'm just trying to give you sense of direction. Cause common sense should have told you that you couldn't see me from bar 1. But now I get it, they gave me sense since couldn't get the job done.